Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Join me. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. This mantra means, may I be an instrument of love. So when I move, love flows. When I speak, people hear the sound of love. When I think, I'm playing in harmony with love. The highest energy, the highest form. As you move on your yoga mat, as you breathe, as you think, allow your body and your mind to be an instrument of love. Here we go. Delicately, gingerly stepping onto your mat. Take a moment to identify this home, this place where you get to be exactly as you are, in loving acceptance, in deep feeling. You can step to the top of the mat and then reach your hands up to the sky, sweeping them up high. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Let your arms move down however they wish. Tuck the chin and look back behind you. Take a breath in and a breath out. Soften the knees and step back into downward facing dog. Stretching through the spine. Wiggling the hips left and right. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Love is listening. Drop the knees down to the ground. Take a few moments in child's pose. Hips sink back to the heels. Stretch your hands forward and begin to listen to what's going on inside of you. As you stretch through the body and as you breathe into and through the thoughts in the mind. Take 3 deep breaths in child's pose, bringing yourself into a receptive state, a state of listening. Then lift yourself up into table pose. In table, wrists underneath your shoulders, knees hip width apart, tuck the chin, lift the back of the heart up to the sky, cat pose. Feeling the back of the heart, and then the front of the heart as you let the heart soften, the belly soften and look forward. Shift back and forth between cat and cow. Rounding through the spine, tuck the chin, and then release. Let the belly hang, hips go up. Try and find your breath here and really focus on breathing into the heart center, which means breathing into the rib cage as you rotate back and forth through these postures a few more times. Sometimes when we have heartache, it takes our breath away. And so right now, restore your breath, allowing your breath to open up different notes inside, and so you can sing and feel this tune of love. Wonderful. Now wag the hips left and right. And as you wag the hips left and right, look back over your shoulders and see if you can see your hips. So as you wag to the right, look to the right. As you wag to the left, look to the left. Eyes can be open or closed. Just warming up the side bodies. Taking some side crunches here. Wagging hips left, looking left. Wagging hips right, looking right. Let's slowly walk your hands forward. Keep your hips high so your hips are above the knees. And then walk the hands forward and look forward. Stretching in between the arms. Stretching across the chest. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Slowly bring your hands back and underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up, allowing yourself to float up like a hot air balloon full of this buoyancy that comes when you're in the presence of love. This lightness that allows you to be however you need to be, however you want to be. Turn the head left and right, shaking out the head, releasing the shoulders, trying to find the shoulders down the back, soften the knees, feeling through the hips, feeling through the backs of the legs. Take a breath in and a breath out. Let's slowly walk our hands back to the feet, pressing down into the earth. Come all the way to the back of the back. Hang here in a forward fold. Take a complete breath. And then slowly roll up one vertebra at a time, rolling all the way up into standing. Reach the hands up high to the sky. Take a breath in. And then exhale, lower the hands back down to the heart. Love is listening. Love is feeling the body. Roll the shoulders up and down the back. Reach the hands up to the sky. Take a breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Hanging out in this forward fold. Chin is tucked. Feet are heavy. You can soften through the knees just a bit. Wiggling the body, feeling the body, begin to warm it up, just like you would warm up an instrument. One more deep breath in and out. Then walk your hands forward, walking all the way forward to downward facing dog. Reach your right foot up high to the sky, stretching it up. Bend the knee, stacking the hips. Can roll out your ankle here, warming up through the foot, wiggling the toes. Then send the foot high to the sky back behind you and bring your knee forward for Pigeon Pose. In Pigeon Pose, lift the heart up, look up, and then exhale, lower hands down onto knees. If you can, untuck the back toes. Sometimes we practice an active pigeon, but right now, allow this to be soft as you melt down into the body. Take a breath in. And let the breath fall out. Feeling inside of the body and listening inside of the body as you continue to breathe for 2 more breaths. Walk your hands up. Take a moment here with your heart lifted up, and then step it back to downward facing dog. And lift the other side. Left foot extends up to the sky. Bend the left knee, stacking in the hips. Begin to circle out the ankle, wiggling the toes. Take a breath in this inverted state, and then send the foot straight back and draw the left knee forward for pigeon on the other side. Knee move to the outside of the wrist. Back leg can scoop back just a hair, and then untuck those toes and lower down onto the forearms when you're ready. Pigeon is an introspective pose. It brings us inward so we can listen to the tune of love. So we can begin to open up these pathways, these different notes inside of our body, and allow love to flow. Taking deep breaths here. As you feel whatever you feel without judgment. You can say hi to these different parts of the body, opening up. And then slowly begin to lift up onto your hands and step back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and let the breath out. Walk your feet slowly, or walk your hands slowly back to your feet. Forward fold the back of the mat, tuck the chin, let the head go. Soften the knees, and when you're ready, press up into a standing posture. Hands reach up high to the sky. Take a breath in, and exhale, hands lower down to the heart. Take a moment to silently say, what if I was an instrument of love? What if I could stop trying so hard and allow these songs to be played? Take a deep breath. Roll your shoulders down your back. Then reach your hands up high to the sky and exhale, forward fold. Hips go back, heart melts forward, tucking the chin. Deep breath in and long breath out. Soften in the knees and walk the hands forward, downward facing dog. Reach your right foot up high to the sky. Exhale, bring your foot forward in between the hands this time. All the way forward, drop your back knee down and walk your hands up to the front knee. Press down to lift the heart up. We're in low lunge. This is a devotional pose of love. You're opening through the hip. The heart is lifting. If you wish, you can reach your hands to the sky and take a few deep breaths. Electrifying through the arms, opening like a sunflower. One more breath. Exhale, lower the hands down. Lift the back knee up, step it a little bit closer in. Straighten through the front leg. Here, you may need some blocks. Melt over the front leg. Breathing into the hamstring. It's okay if there's a micro bend here. This is a deep stretch, pyramid pose. Soften the front knee, step it back, downward facing dog, and extend the left foot up to the sky. Reach it high up to the sky behind you and then draw it forward in between your hands. Back knee touches the earth. You can step your back knee back just a little bit. This allows you to go deeper into the pose. Walk your hands up to the front knee. Press down into the knee to lift in the heart. Take a breath in. And then reach the hands up high to the sky. Stretching up. Reaching up. Hands lower back down. Pyramid pose. Here, we lift the back knee up and then step the back foot in a little bit closer. Work towards straightening the front leg as you melt over the front leg. Find your breath. Breathing into the body and imagining strands of love and light were flowing. One more breath in and out. Soften the front knee and step it back, downward facing dog. Build a nice strong downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide. Root through the knuckles, the base of the fingers. Soften the knees and send the hips back. Stretching through the armpits. Stretching out through the hips. Take a breath in. And a long breath out. Take our first plank pose. Step the feet back, shift the weight forward. In plank pose, pull your belly in and try to slide your shoulders down your back, away from the ears so your heart light is shining further forward. Squeeze the muscles of the legs, squeeze the butt. Fire up the body, fire up the core. And then drop the knees and lower down onto the belly. Untuck the toes, press the tops of the feet down, and then roll the heart up, baby cobra. Really focus on drawing your shoulder blades in towards one another. Your elbows hug in towards your sides. Your heart lifts up towards the sky. Take a breath in, feeling the back of the heart open. Exhale, let it go, melt down. Press back onto the knees, tuck the toes, lift the hips. We're in downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Reach the right foot up high to the sky and then draw it forward in between the hands. Back knee stays high. Walk your hands up to your front knee. Press down to lift the heart up and then reach the hands up. Opening up your arms, opening up your heart. Let yourself be an instrument of love with this pose right here, right now. Exhale, lower, back down. Step it back, downward facing dog. Opposite side. Left foot lifts. And then draw it forward in between your hands. Make sure you have a nice stable stance. When you're ready, walk your hands up to the front knee. Press down, lift up. Hips are square forward. Reach your hands up to the sky. Leaning back, taking this into a gentle back bend. Feeling the heart open. Spreading the hands wide. Stretch through the fingertips. gently release. Hands lower back down. Step it back, downward facing dog. Roll forward to plank. Lower down onto the belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Deep breath in and a long breath out. One more. Walk your hands back to your feet. Moving with love, feeling your body. Hang out in the forward fold at the back of the mat. You can soften through the knees. Soften through the chin. Let the crown of the head hang. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Slowly tuck the chin and roll up into standing. Rolling up one vertebra at a time. Release the shoulders down the back. Lift the head up. And then reach the hands up. Send the hands straight up to the sky and imagine you are growing long in your side bodies. Like a pillar of light. Then draw your hands to touch, bringing them together, lower them down to the heart center. Deep breath in and a long breath out. With your hands at your heart, press your hands to find the shoulders and reach the shoulders up and then take them down the back, squeezing the shoulder blades together and gently pressing the hands together. Take a breath, pulling the ribs in. Engage the belly. Beautiful, nice work. Hands are pressing, shoulders squeezing, ribs tucked in, belly engaged. Beautiful. In this centered state, open your eyes if they were closed and find something that's not moving. Then balancing on your left foot, reach back for your right ankle. Drop your knee down to the ground. You can stay here, especially if you have tight quads. You may need to use a strap if you have really tight quads. Place your left hand on your heart. Lift your heart into your hand as you drop your knee down and ever so slightly back. Leaning the knee back as you reach the heart forward. Begin to tip forward, making an offering of love. Kick your foot back into your hand. Maybe reach your hand forward. Finding this standing balance back bend. This offering of your body as an instrument of love. Slowly release the pose. Drop your foot down. Root through the right foot and reach back for your left ankle. Right hand on your heart. Knee is dropping down towards the ground. Getting a beautiful quadricep stretch across the front of the left leg. Lift your heart up into your hand. Begin to lean forward ever so slightly, kicking your foot back into your hand. Reach your right hand forward. Take a breath in and a long breath out. Breath in and out. One more. Slowly and gently release. Lower your foot down to the ground. Both hands rest on your heart. Take a moment, take a breath. Step your left foot forward, turn towards the side of your mat. Wide leg fold, hands on your hips. Roll your shoulders up and then down the back. Lift the heart up to the sky. And then exhale, slowly begin to melt forward. Hips go back, heart melts forward. Take a breath here. First round, keep your hands on your hips. Tucking the chin. Slowly lift it up. Open up your hands like a star, shining bright. Reach them up to the sky. Squeeze the muscles of the legs and then exhale, lower them back down to the hips. Roll the spine long, lift the heart up, and then exhale, forward fold. Make sure, if anything, your toes are in a little bit, a tiny bit pigeon-toed. When you're ready, you can bring your hands down to the ground or to blocks. Long spine. Feeling the opening, these waves, these musical waves that move through you. Here, let's sway a little bit to the left and to the right. Finding a tiny bit of free movement. Feeling the body shift left and right. Beautiful. Take another breath in. And a long breath out. Bring yourself into stillness. Anchor through the feet. Then lift up halfway, hands to your hips, and hinge all the way up. Reach the hands out, star shining bright. Reach your hands up high to the sky. Take a breath in. And exhale, hands lower down to your heart this time. With your hands at the heart, step the feet in, and in particular, turn the heels in. Soften the knees for goddess pose. This is a strength pose, and so here we're using these muscles that we just stretched. Feel the quads. Feel the low belly. The tailbone is dropping down. Hands open wide like a cactus. Spread the fingers wide. Take a breath in. Exhale, let the breath out. Hands to your knees. Beautiful. One more, just like that. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, let it out. Keep your hands down on your knees, your hips back. Lift your head up and draw your right shoulder in towards the center, looking to the left. Switch sides, use your breath. Slowly come back to center, straighten your legs. Hands to your hips. Let's heel toe our feet in. Walking feet underneath the hips. Take a moment standing, hands on hips. Then bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Take a breath. Awareness moving inward. We have a double dose of dancer pose. So moving back into this devotional offering balance posture. If you need to, grab your strap, prepare yourself. The second round can always be easier. When you're ready, open your eyes and fix your gaze. Root through the left foot, right foot lifts up. It's okay, absolutely, to use a chair. If you're so wobbly that you're getting frustrated, do something that will facilitate love. Drop the knee down. Sometimes it wants to bow out. The more you keep it down, you'll be stacked and allow the heart to shift forward. Like a string reaching forward, You can kick your foot back into your hand, reach your hand forward. Make sure you look at something that's not moving. If you fall out, take a moment, focus yourself, and come back in. Use your breath, one more breath. And slowly release. Right foot down, left foot lifts up. Dropping the knee down, find the heart center. Moving with this energy inside of the heart. That means at your pace, slowly and gently. Kicking the foot back, reach your hand forward, take a breath. Beautiful focus, devotional love. Another deep breath. And release. Foot lowers down. Standing on both feet, reach your hands up high to the sky. Lift your heart up. And exhale, forward fold. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. Slowly soften the knees. Lower down onto your bottom. Bring your feet together, knees wide. Hold on to your toes or your ankles and lift the heart up to the sky. Take a moment sitting here, and it's okay if your knees are up high. Maybe you're holding onto your knees instead. Deep breath in. Exhale, melt forward, rounding the spine. Drawing inward into your cocoon inside. Beautiful, slowly lift up. Lower down onto the back. Keep the knees bent. Feel the spine on the earth. Walk the heels in and make sure your feet are hip width apart. And then press through the feet and lift the hips up. Lifting the hips off of the ground. Take a breath. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Slowly lower down, down, down onto your back. You can hug your knees into your chest. Gently rock left and right. Then drop your knees all the way over to the right. Open your arm to the left. Slowly come through center. Knees lift up. Drop your knees the other direction. Slowly slowly come back to center, straighten the legs, arms by your sides. If possible, turn your palms up. May I be an instrument of love. May I move with love and towards love. May I speak for love and with love. May my thoughts be laced, be woven with love and acceptance, with peace and harmony. May my eyes see love in my relationships, in my challenges. Notice if there's anywhere you're holding on, like in your feet or your ankles. In your shoulders or your arms. Take another deep breath. And relax even more. And then from this soft place, begin to wiggle fingers and toes. And stretch your hands over your head. Draw the knees in, rolling onto your side. Press up into a seat. Sitting up nice and tall. Hands move to the heart. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Today, let love lead the way. Namaste.